what you're saying is Gaia is ascending in a way?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Gaia is when we call it a transformation. You know, you could call it an evolution, but it's a transformation. She's moving into a level of maturity, and you're gonna, you know, you're gonna go along with it, or you're gonna reincarnate somewhere else.
Well, I remember quite a few years ago, we were in Peru, and it was one of those days Josh was really sick, but you got him out of bed, and we did a channeling in the round room that Paolo and what's her name had on at their site.
Mhm.
And you were speaking at that time a lot about humanity in a way representing the soul of Gaia, because we will at a
Yeah,
certain
because
point
that's the
go
way.
out.
But that was the level of understanding that you needed to have in that moment.
All right, so more about our
Because
relationship
that's
with
your
Gaia.
relationship with Gaia. That's not Gaia's relationship with you.
All right, so what about Gaia's relationship with us?
No more than a flea on her back.
But we're not part of her.
That's an ancient
Part
myth.
Oh, no, you're absolutely part of her. But you see, it's a symbiotic relationship. So you've got to have fleas in order to be able to have what?
An itch.
An itch, right?
Is it like similar to the current dynamic we're facing to, to grow and to learn and to kind of step into our own is what Gaia is doing somewhat? I don't know.
Sure, you are all, in fact, you are all, yeah, sure. How can you be, it's again, it's a whole dynamic. There is a unity there. There is a whole dynamic of a connection. And so, that's part of the influence of the dynamic that's occurring in your world. Now, you could say coincidentally, it's congruent with the dynamics of energy and cosmic and gamma energy that is occurring in your world right now because of where your planet and where your galaxy is moving through in the dynamics of where in the universe. And so there is a great fluctuation in the electromagnetic energy that is occurring right now that is not really typical. So there's a whole movement within a dynamic of a transformation that's even larger than the dynamic of Gaia. But, in other words, Gaia is being affected by an outside energy. Not that anything is ever really outside, but it is being affected by one energy, and in her reaction, in her response to that growth of that energy, then her environment is shifting and changing as well, and you as beings that are made up of Earth, that are made up of Gaia in physicality, then your physical bodies, your emotional bodies are going through this dynamic of transformation also. Now, the question is, are you spiritually going to be able to keep up or not? And some of you are, and some of you aren't, because each of you in your world is at a different stage, a different level of growth, of understanding, of your journeys. Your journeys are as diverse and as individual as you are. And yet, at the same time, you can say you're all being affected by the dynamics of Gaia's growth and Gaia's transformation. And at the same time, you can say that Gaia is going through a whole dynamic of growth and transformation that's based upon the dynamic of the universal changes.
All right, so
How's that for a dance?
No, I can see it. It's just multiple levels of the same energetic shift. So what's Gaia's relationship with God?
Well, that's for you to find
out. I'm picturing like Avatar right now with Gaia.
Say again?
I'm picturing Avatar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ah, the movie.
Yeah. But you see
Yeah,
that, you know, that's a that's definitely within the realms of possibility. Is that type of relationship with Gaia?
that would be so cool.
Well, we can see you doing that.
Yeah.
I can see that easily.
Yeah. Well, but again, you know, if you understand it, and you're so it's all one. It's all one dynamic of movement, and the levels of complexity involved in it are actually beautiful and elegant and graceful in so many ways. If you can look at it and see the whole dynamic of movement together, you realize that wow, this is a beautiful dance.